Hi, my name is Mike, and this is a story about my adventure in my lovely yacht, White Malkin. Well, it's the start of the first evening and night at sea, first of about 30 I think, and as you can see from the video, it's glassy smooth. There is not a ripple in the sea, so you can probably hear the engine in the background. I've just got it ticking over at about 1500 revs, so it doesn't consume too much fuel. The good news is we've got at this moment in time about 3/4 of a knot of current in our favour. We will have the current in our favour even stronger, a lot stronger, 3 knots, 4 knots towards the earlier hours of the morning and maybe daybreak. But for now, I think this is what we've got. I could have gone fishing today. There was plenty of fish out there, I could tell. The pelicans were sitting on the water, and they really are good. They're catching fish. So yeah, this is day one. Everything is fine. It's been a very hot day. Might even have some rain later on, I think. As long as we don't get any lightning, I don't care. I do not want any lightning, please. Weather gods, keep the lightning away. So yeah, so I'll bid you all a good evening. Well, it's towards the end of day 2, and it's been a bit of a bouncy day actually, all in all. But 24, 25 knots of breeze downhill. With the sea that goes with it, so I tucked a reef in the main, and eventually I pulled out the genoa, which worked very well. I've had to jibe it a couple of times during the day just to keep on the track that we wanted to go. Trying to do 2 things really. Trying to, obviously, to make distance, but obviously that's obvious, isn't it? But trying to also keep in the current. If you can get a sweet spot with the current here, you can get 2-3 knots of current in your favour. So at the moment we've got about 2.5 knots in our favour, but we're only doing about 2 knots. With the water maybe a little bit more, not much. And so yeah, it's been a bit of a languishing late afternoon. Yeah, today I've had a bit of a lazy day. I didn't feel very well at all yesterday. I think I might have had food poisoning. I know 1 or 2 of the lads on the MGR 580s, they've had food poisoning as well. So my turn had to come when I was at sea. It wasn't sea sickness as per se, but your stomach cramps and what have you. So anyway, very painful. So eventually I gave it back to Neptune. And I feel fine now, so I just have my tea, pasta, and during the day I've had water and tea and stuff like that. So plenty of fluids, which you've got to have, because by Christ it gets very hot. The sea temperature is about 33 degrees C, so that's quite warm, isn't it? And the air temperature is quite warm as well. You certainly can't wear a t-shirt, I know that. So, what brings us tonight? Well, hopefully we won't get the repeat of last night with the lightning. I don't like the lightning, I have to say. It's quite frightening, lightning. There's no doubt about that. You have thick fog lightning. Anyway, we'll get what we'll get, I suppose. Haven't seen any fish. jumping today. Yesterday there was some fish jumping, but I didn't feel up to catching any fish. As I said, even before we set off, I didn't feel well, but I knew I had to get going. So there we go. That's what we did. Behind us, which is that way, there are a couple of 580s. I think they're in that sort of direction, but they're too small to see unless they're very, very close to you. I mean, you wouldn't see them 2 miles away. So, you know, it's when they catch up, which they will do. I mean, this boat is nearly 9 tons with all the gear she's got on board, and they're only, well, they're not even 2. Okay, they've got smaller sails, but they're very, very light boats. Very light. Very strong, but very light. Yeah, all is good. With the boat, everything's fine. Sporting my new wind vane cover, which the other one was getting very thin, and I was given that one by somebody who'd just changed their wind vane from that shape to a more squat, fatter shape. I haven't been fishing today, I didn't feel like it, but I might do some fishing tomorrow. Wouldn't mind a mahi. Make some fish cakes, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? And yeah, all is good down below. What the night brings, we'll find out, I suppose. The forecast is for it to get very light. I do know that. So I probably will end up motoring. But this is just the last of the breeze. It was quite a strong breeze earlier, as I said earlier, but now it's a very fickle breeze, and just about enough to, I suppose, you know, over the ground we're probably doing 5 knots now, maybe a bit more. But the forecast is for it to go light. We will see. As I say, as long as you don't get any of that lightning, we don't want that. I'll bid you all good evening and speak to you later. Bye bye. Hello. It's the 28th of March, and just finished day 3 of the voyage from Panama to Marquises, and yeah, it's all going very, very well. Everything's behaving. Boat's in very good shape, and yeah, everything's good. I'm just sitting in the cockpit now and going to have a cup of tea, and I just thought it'd be nice just to say hello to you all, and then to just show you a little bit of what I can see, I suppose. Quite a few clouds, but we've had a few thunderstorms at night, even in the distance. I just hope they stay in the distance. There's always a worry that you're going to get one on top of you. Had a bit of rain, but it's the lightning I don't like, and I must admit, there's nothing you can do about it, nothing at all. And you just have to, you know, shut your eyes and hope for the best. Put everything in, what you can do, you can prepare, put everything in the, all the comms equipment that you can get, you know, the portable stuff, like your mobile phone, your iPad, your EPIRB, and my Iridium Go exec. They can all go in the oven, which then it protects it, acts like a Faraday cage, should the worst thing ever happen. And I hope and pray it never does. Anyway, I'm having a cup of tea, so I'm just going to show you around for a little while, okay? Yeah, it's a wind vane. I named after my mother, Elaine. That's doing very, very well. And the fishing rod I haven't used on this passage yet. I shall use it in the next day or 2, I think. We're aiming for the Galapagos Islands, which we're not allowed to visit, not unless you pay an awful lot of money. And the restrictions apparently are absolutely, you know, to the letter. So you're not even allowed to sail within 40 miles of it. So I'll probably sail within 41 miles of it. But anyway, that's the turning point to sort of turn right to aim across the Pacific, turn west in other words, We're sort of aiming in a, is it southwest, I suppose, at the moment? Yeah, southwest, and then turn west, and then you'll find the Marquises. So there we are. You can see from the readout there, we're 5.5 knots through the water. Speed over the ground 6.8. That sometimes goes up to 8 knots because we've got quite a bit of current with us. The one thing that you have to do on a voyage like this is to work out where the currents are. There's quite a lot of current between Panama and Galapagos, and even across the Pacific. There's a current there that if you can get into it, it'll give you sort of 30 miles, 40 miles in a day. So you just want to use it. One thing that is interesting is the swell. Now the swell is actually coming towards me, towards the boat. So it must be the swell that's caused from many miles away, because you've got two sides of the equator here in effect. I'm on the northern part of it, and then I'm going to go into the doldrums part of it, and then come out the other side. But these seas are not seas. The swell is coming this way. It's not following this. It's actually coming against us, and we're just sailing. We're just sailing over it. Anyway, that's a bit of info. I certainly didn't know it. So there we are. It's full main and full Genoa. Blowing only 15 knots maximum. I think it'll be going up a little bit later on. The forecast is for it to increase slightly. I've noticed the barometer's dropped, which is not a good sign. So we just have to see. We're going to get what we're going to get. We'll have to deal with it. That mackerel sky, that doesn't bode too good. But anyway, never mind. And a bit of thundery cloud over there. So we'll see what we get. We'll see what we get. Solar panels have done very well today. Number 1 and number 2, they're the main ones. There's one on the stern deck there, and there's one on the bridge deck. Just not bridge deck, the hatch garage rather, hatch garage. And they've charged the batteries up to 100%. The sun is just starting to go over now. I mean, the best of the sun we've had today. And I suppose that's when the batteries start going in their voltage, in their current rather. So there we go, and their percentage charged. So everything's good. Yeah, down below is good. You can see I've just got my tea. What am I going to have? My tea later? Not yet. I'm having a cup of tea at the moment. Or I'm going to have some pasta with some tomatoes, and yeah, everything's good. Been reading my book, Sailing Alone, which is a very interesting book actually. A book about voyages right the way from Magellan and and famous yachting people who have sailed many voyages on their own. Very interesting. They will come up with one analogy. Why not? Anyway, for another time. So, I'll bid you all very farewell, and I'll speak to you another day. Hi there, Paul and Paula. Congratulations on your new arrival, and make sure you look after her, and she will look after you. You did make me laugh with the vase and the flowers, so I hope the flowers were for you, Paula, and not for the boat. And remember to put the vase away before you go sailing. I'm somewhere in the Pacific. I do know where I am. I am in the Pacific, but it is good enough to just say somewhere. Somewhere between Panama and the Galapagos. I do need a shave, by the way. Yeah, no, I'm making progress, and another 29 days I'll be in Marquises. Just give you a little shot before I end this video and send it to you. So there we go, that's what I can see. And maybe one day you might like to set off and do a big voyage. You never know. This is the Pacific. clouds are looking a bit threatening, believe it or not. Apple sky, where is it? Anyway, I'm sure we'll do it. Solar panels are doing very, very well. I haven't used the fishing rod today, mind you, and of course the wind vane is doing extremely well as well. So, enjoy your lovely new boat, Halo. All the very, very best. Bye-bye. Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday the, what is it, 29th, I suppose. 29th, yeah. A bit of an interesting night last night. We had a lightning storm. Not just the lightning, but also the storm. And you can see on there, maybe possibly from the track, that I made this pink line. Oops. Is the squiggly track in between reefing. Yeah, if I look tired, because I am tired, I've got about 2 hours sleep, tops, in between pouring rain, God. Anyway, I'll show you outside. Everything has to go in the oven. You know, the Iridium Go exec, the iPad, iPhone, VHF, even the EPO had to go in the oven. Just to protect it, just in case, because it was literally right around us all night. And yeah, sun is up, which has only just come up above the horizon there. Yeah, look at that sky. It's really angry. It was angry. And I don't know what today brings. We'll find out. I did say about the barometer, and it was correct. It's gone down about 4 millibars in about an hour, and I think twice we're in for something. And we were. Sit down. Yeah, we were in for something, all right. And as I say, we've got this lightning storm, but it was it literally was just a storm, you know, 35 knots, bang, just like that. And of course I had full sail up, didn't I? Because I've been sailing in 10s and 15s. So that had to come down a bit quick. So I put 2 reefs in the main, half the Genoa, and just let her get on with it. And she was fine. Bloody good boat. Rustler 36, anybody? Want a decent boat that you look after you, get yourself a Rustler. Anyway, time for me to go and put the kettle on and try and wake up. Thank you. Hi Robin, it's Mike. I was talking to you from somewhere in the Pacific, somewhere between Panama and the Galapagos Islands. I'm very sorry to hear you are not well, mate. I really am. I thought you were making headway, and I do hope you make a speedy recovery and you can get out of hospital and be back home where you belong, and your second home, which is Welsh Majorca, of course. Anyway, I just want to give you a little shot outside of what it looks like at the moment. I'm virtually becalmed. I'll just show you the chart plotter to start with. So I don't know if that's coming through, but 0.1, 0.9, and it's going round and round the boat. So basically there's no wind at all. You can see my latitude, 1 degree 57.3, coming down, and 85.41.6 west, which is going up as I go south and as I go west. This little arrow here is current, 1.1 knots of current, and these over here are just telling me what my heading is, what my course over the ground is, and what my speed over the ground is. And you can probably hear the engine in the background whirring away. I've only got it on very, very light, so I conserve fuel. I need to conserve fuel, otherwise I won't have enough to even get to the Galapagos, which I'm not allowed to land at the Galapagos. No one's allowed to land at the Galapagos unless they go with wadges and wadges of cash. I think it's about £1,000 per person, something crazy. And then you're lots of do's and don'ts. Your boat has to be cleaned underneath and all those sorts of things, biohazards. Let me just show you outside anyway. So a little bit of an untidy cockpit, as you can see. My first bag of rubbish was there, which I carefully put together, and I shall keep until I get to Marquises, which is another 3,500 miles. There's 2 cans of fuel there, plus I've got one in the cockpit locker in there. And as you can see here, I'm on the autopilot because there is no wind. And that's what it looks like out here when there's no wind. Pretty much, I suppose, what it looks like anywhere with no wind. But no, there's nothing at all. All the hatches are open because it's very, very hot. Indeed, not that I'm complaining, but as I say, it is what it is. And there's your brackets that you made for me. You see them there. These brackets here, which you made for me when I was back in the UK. These ones here. And this is the tube that I think you welded the end round for me as well. And they're doing a great job with this solar panel and this solar panel. I can charge the batteries pretty good. This is Starlink. You might remember when I brought that down to the yacht club. And yeah, there we are, back again. Yeah, no, last night we had a mother of lightning storms, and I think we might have one again tonight, which is quite sad because I don't like them. And but last night's came with 35 knots of wind as well, so I had to quickly put 2 reefs in the main and furl up half of the Genoa. It has been a beautiful day, all day. Normally I would put up a reef in. They always say before you turn in, put a reef in. Well, I didn't, because it was just like it is today. A little bit of wind yesterday, but enough to sail with. But anyway, it didn't quite work out like that. Yeah, we survived that one. So hopefully we'll survive the one tonight, because I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. My position at the moment, if you took a line from Panama to the Galapagos, I'm about 2/3 of the way there in round numbers, and so I should be there by Monday evening. Not that I'm going to go ashore, because I'm not. You're only allowed to go within 40 miles of Galapagos, but I'm going to be sailing past it. So, and yet my track might actually go between the islands. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. It's all about, really, in this situation, is trying to find where the current is going, so you can actually get the current to help you. Some of these currents in this part of the world are running at 3 knots, so they're quite fast. If you ever get on to Windy, the app Windy, I think Trevor might have it. If he subscribes to it, he'll be able to get into the detail, and you can see the where the not just the wind, but where the currents are as well. So anyway, back to about you. I really do hope you make progress, and that you can get back home as soon as possible. Shoot bye, Robin. Bye-bye. Bye. Good morning. It's Sunday the 30th of March, and about 200 more miles to go before the Galapagos area. It's been a quiet night, 0 wind, so I had to motor, or just wallow in it, and I thought I've got the fuel, so motor. You've got to get through these doldrums, which were now we're about one degree north, so we're not far from the equator now, 60 odd miles. And I say it was we didn't have any rain last night, which I thought we were going to have, but over there you can see a rainbow, which obviously indicates there's rain somewhere over there. When it rains here, by Christ does it rain. Looking where I'm looking, it's not too bad. the wind's on the nose, so I thought, right, okay, well let's just sail away from that rainbow, and we'll see if we can make a little bit of progress. We've got current with us, only doing 1.8 knots through the water, but we were doing 3.8 over the ground, which is quite good considering we've only got 4 knots of wind. So that's it for this morning. I'm just about to go and do a few engine checks. As I say, it's been running all night, and I think it's good that we can just check the fuel levels, check the oil levels, make sure everything's fine, and go from there. Cheers. No wind, and now it's bucketing with rain. Absolutely, very much Pacific, I can tell. And I just hope we don't get any sparklers that come with it normally. The rain is one thing, the lightning is something totally different. Yeah. Anyway, that'll wash the decks down again. I did actually get a funnel and a bottle and see if I could catch some water, but I didn't tie it up in time. So anyway, I should have enough water. It should all be good. It's whether I've got enough diesel is the issue at the moment. I'm motoring now for 2 days. Depending on the tank at home, but I've got 2 down there. They're 20 litres each. I've got one in the pocket. It's another 20 litres, so I should have enough. But it's another day and a bit to get to Galapagos. And get south of the Galapagos and then pick up trains. So before then, of course, I've got the crossing the equator. So I've got to get a noggin of whiskey, I dare say, to give to Neptune and thank him for my safe passage. Who'd have thought? Cheers, bye. Well, this is a bottle of water that I've just caught with this funnel. Just by holding it out underneath the boom, and I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes maximum, and it was full. And the wind got up to about 17 knots, it's gone down to 7 now. So, but with the hydraulicking of the rain, it does sort of slow the boat down, so I had to raise the revs on the engine a little bit, just to combat the resistance going through the water. I'm going to reduce it down a bit later when I get the opportunity. That just shows you the amount of rain. When it rains here, by Christ, does it rain. Yeah, Davey, better go. Good morning, everybody. It's the 31st of March, day before April Fool's Day, so please don't send anything to me that is foolish enough, as it is. If you look at the screen, it says 00 degrees, 05.5 minutes north, 87 degrees, 46.2 minutes west. I'll just point something out. That's us, of course. That is the direction of the current, and you can see the direction of the wind. Now the wind, you say, why isn't he sailing? Well, for the simple reason, because that wind goes round there and it goes round and round, and you just, you don't know where you are with sailing. These are the Galapagos Islands just there. That's all the Galapagos. And there's a waypoint that I put in just to just so it could aim at something. This is our speed over the ground, 4.2 knots. interestingly enough, our speed through the water is just over half that. You say why? Well, because I'm not using the engine revs. I'm trying to conserve fuel. I've got fuel, so I've got some spare fuel in those cans there. I've got another one in the locker down there, but I want to conserve as much as I can. Now, it's about 6 o'clock local time, which is your midday, basically. This is 6 o'clock in the morning, your midday in the UK. And now they're on British summertime. That's what I've woken up to. I've got the cloud there. Where it's going, I don't know. We might get it, we might not. And as you can see, the big clouds all the way around. One thing we haven't had last night was any thunderstorms, which is good. We do not like the thunderstorms. That side looks pretty clear. And then of course, stand up here. When you look forward, you've got a little bit more cloud, but it's not as threatening as that piece over there. So yeah, I have sailed part of the night for a few hours, but not enough to dent using fuel. It's just there is no wind. I mean, it's as simple as that. There is no wind apart from going round the clock. The one thing that is upon me now is obviously we're coming up to the equator, and I've never sailed across the equator before, so I've got to pay homage to King Neptune, and I've prepared him a very nice glass of whiskey. I was given a very nice bottle of whiskey from Rob Malkin in the yacht club, and thank you, Rob. And I thought, what more fitting occasion than to share a glass with King Neptune. So I shall do that as soon as we reach 00 degrees 00 minutes, which I'm 9 minutes away in angle, which means 9 miles, of course, as we know. So 9 miles at this speed is a couple of hours, and so I'll have that before that time. I'm going to have a cup of tea, because I've just woken up. I wouldn't say a deep sleep. I've been up and out and about and what have you all through the night. So if I seem a little bit tired, it's probably because I am. Chat to you later. Bye. Well, thank you very much indeed for watching my vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it entertained you. My next vlog will be in 7 days' time, and I very much look forward to you joining me on my continued voyage around the world on my beautiful Rustler 36 White Malkin.